It's not so bad of being in a chair. If someone asks me now, would you like to walk again? I'm like, yeah, I might. But would I be where I am right now? Maybe not. So I believe in the destiny of everything happened for a reason. Hi, I'm Judlan Anthony from Melbourne, Australian Taxation Office, working for EST Test Analyst. I born in Sri Lanka 1985, up until 1998. That was the time of my life that I was able to walk. I was just a kid, 11 years old, going to school, and then 1996, there was a war started. The day of the incident, got up in the bicycle, started pedaling myself, and while I was doing that, the bombing starts again. So I got caught between my mom and dad, and I was just on my own. But my bad luck, what happened was the tree I was lying under, the bomb was traveling over and got hit the tree and exploded on the air. Pieces goes into many directions. So one of those bomb pieces went through my back and came out of the side. And then I couldn't feel my legs. I felt like floating. The doctors have said that that's it. They will not be able to regrow or refix any one of those nerves. It was almost for 1.5 years. I was just bed confined. I couldn't even lift my neck. But the life has changed and glory has happened, and I was able to move to Australia, and life has been changed from there. When I came here, it's like a bird getting out from a cage and flying away, because I was able to see a different world and opportunities that I could be able to come out of this trauma. I never dreamed of being employed. I thought I can always be in a disability allowance and live my life, and that was my initial thoughts. But I always wanted to explore as much as what I can. Everything happened okay, and I got a contract job being in a call center for the first time in Moonee Ponds. And I was so happy that working for the tax office and getting up every day and catching a bus in the cold rain, everything, because I was not driving back then. It's actually made me a person who can lift my chest up. I don't have to be dependent on anyone. I can earn my own money and I can buy my own car. I can do my stuff. And this was not possible without the access has given to me by the ATO, giving us accessible car park. So that gives me a confidence that I can drive into work and I can park without any issues. Until I have the car, I never knew the glory of being independent, because I had to wait for someone to take me. I always wanted a four-wheel drive, and I was always had this fear. Should I be able to get in or out? When I got it, I'm like, nah, I'm not changing the car. Now they only have the brake one there, and the accelerator is electronic. For me, I just use the hand control, so I don't have to use my legs. Taking it out without scratching the car, that's the biggest task. Normal days, this is easy. But the days I'm really struggling, getting in and out of car is really hard. I strongly encourage all the ATO staff to use Disability Network, Disability Champion, and Workability Passport. Right after I finished my year 12, I had this fear inside me that some reason that being in a wheelchair, I'm going to be gain weight. Right after my year 12, I went to join a gym. I found a place where I can achieve more and I can shine from here. Then I started playing European handball. That's the very first wheelchair sports I played as a group of friends. And then got introduced to Aussie Rule, and then playing basketball. I would say my proudest moment in sports is especially playing wheelchair AFL and being part of the leading clubs. So in a way that I always think that if I ever not been in a wheelchair, would I ever would have had a chance to even go into the Richmond car park. So being in a wheelchair is actually made me achieve dreams that I never dreamed of.
A paraplegic man says it's a miracle he's alive after he was mowed down by an out-of-control driver.
He was left for dead after being hit by a car in Docklands.
A man in a wheelchair is struck and thrown high above the roof of the still-moving car.
Jude Anthony was knocked out of his wheelchair and left for dead in a shocking hit-run crash at Docklands.
As being a 34-year-old man, going for a walk for lunchtime and then hit by a car, and I was thinking about on the day I have to go for a gym tonight tomorrow I got my AFL national selections, all that mindset, and I got to do all these things. On that moment, got hit by a car, thrown away 20 meters and went into a hospital, and 21 days I couldn't have a shower, I couldn't sit up, everything was on bed.
I got a broken pelvis and my left hand broken, and spinal cord L2 also broken as well.
Anything could have happened, so I definitely feel that there's someone who's looking over me.
The dignity or the person who had grown from where I came from, it's like again I've been retested. If anybody would have asked me before the October 30th last year, I would have told them, yeah, I would like to walk again. But right after my accident, the only one thing I was telling myself, I want to go back to how I was before, which is being in a wheelchair. Do I point hands, or do I start complaining about situation, what happened to me, or should I take it as a lesson and do I make myself stronger? The one thing I was keep telling myself is this is temporary, this will go past and I will be okay. Because this is the first time I have to be involved with ATO, had a work accident and then going through work cover and stuff like that. That kind of peace they gave me, like not to worry about work, allocating me a coordinator, speaking to me about my procedures, my upcoming recovery, still giving me that work-life balance, flexibility, flexi arrangement of working from home most of the time. All of that is one thing that I don't want to worry about while I'm lying on the bed. So they took that burden off me. Since that incident happened, I haven't gone back to the location where this actual accident took place. So if there's one thing I would like to do is just go again, cross the road and get the fear out of it. Just went past the middle lane and I saw the car, too late. I was still going and then he just clipped it here and then I just flipped. We do one shot. Yeah, just make sure there's no cars. All good. I love to inspire others through how I challenge myself. Despite our daily struggle, I want people to also realize how resilient we are as an individual. One basic thing that people don't understand about disability in a couple of words, we don't need your sympathy, but please don't lose your empathy.